Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about why it was that I decided to blast my oldest brother, William James Patton, on YouTube for sexually assaulting and raping me growing up. And as I did that, I saw all the comments pour out of just kind of lifting me up and being like, hey, hang in there. Same thing happened to me. Same thing happened to me. Families are fucking terrible. And I realized, yeah, all families that deal with this are pretty much terrible. I've never heard a good story of someone who deals with this being like, yeah, my family handled it well. And like, it made me start thinking a lot about it. Like a lot. Like, what is it about family? How are all families so uniquely handicapped at dealing with this? And I think the biggest reason is because no one ever talks about it. One, no one shares awareness on how to deal with it. So, like, my biggest thing is you need to let the victim grieve. Like, the reason I wanted to call my own brother out was because I needed to get to a point of acceptance, right? I needed to get to a point where I accepted that everything in my life had changed from what it could have been, that everything that happened to me did in fact happen, that it's okay for me to acknowledge it, that it's okay for me to talk about it, and that if anyone doesn't like it, they're not living in reality. But yeah, most people aren't able to go through all the steps. Like the steps of grief are what? Denial first, that's where all families like to live in. Then I think it's anger, and then bargaining, and then probably depression is somewhere in there. Durka, acceptance. Right? There's a lot of steps. A lot. Like, and it's really difficult as a kid, especially, to know, oh, I need to do this in order to, at some point, get to a happy, fulfilling life. And parents just see bad behavior, and they just see cultural ew. I need to be able to fit in with my friends at a party. You can't say you don't like large groups. That's ew. Which sounds fucking satanic, and it is, but it's also natural. That's why no family's good at it, because parents crave social interaction. They just do, because they need it. They're people, they're human beings. But it's the prioritizing that. It's the prioritizing fitting in. It's the prioritizing feeling safe. It's the prioritizing being normal. That's kind of the issue when you're dealing with, and this isn't just, by the way, people who deal with sexual assault in their lives. This is any kid who's different, right? You can't prioritize. Once you're not part of the social norm because of whatever reason, you can't prioritize being part of the social norm as, like, you need to deal with what it is that you need to deal with, right? You need to set, standards and priorities and goals that align with your family being successful, not with, quote, being normal at that point, whatever normal means. So yeah, that's why most families fail. So if you have anyone dealing with any kind of traumatic, and just make sure you give them like time and space to grieve, and don't put extra pressure on them to fit in, because they may fit in later if they are able to grieve.